Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday to you. It is the third week of January, and I've been meeting with a lot of people getting started on their resolutions for the new year. And I would have to say that the majority of people that I'm talking with set resolutions that I know they will absolutely never reach. So I've been in the health and wellness industry as a dietitian for about 6 years, and I just at this point can sort of tell who is going to succeed and who is not. And not that those other people cannot eventually succeed, but what they're lacking is the plan to get them there. So they get so excited, they're so jazzed up about losing 50 pounds in 2024, but they have no conceivable way of making sure that they're going to get there. There's no plan, they're really just running on hopes. And I want to make sure that as you're setting your New Year's resolutions and you're starting to follow through, you don't fall into the same trap. So I've got 3 things that you need in order to reach your goal in 2024. And this is mostly in terms of health and wellness, but really this can apply to just about anything. Maybe you're running a business and you've got some other goals in mind. This can help there too. So number 1, we really need sound advice from someone who has been there before and from a professional. So in terms of business, maybe that's getting a business coach, but in terms of losing weight, working with a dietitian or a trainer or even your doctor to get the right information for you to move forward is so vital. I know there's all sorts of information on the internet out there. So much of it is not meant for you. And so having someone that can tell you, this is what you should put together based on how your lifestyle is. This is probably going to be a sustainable option for you going forward, but maybe some of these other things are not. And just having that right information and moving forward from a place of good information is so vital to that long-term success. Now, number 2 is having a strong mindset and organization set of skills that can actually carry you through there. So I am a huge fan of schedules and checklists, as you'll see. So anytime you're setting a goal, make sure that it's something that you can physically put into your calendar and you can check off the list when it's actually complete. So the best goal reduces that vagueness and allows you to just make action. So if you're setting a goal for eating better, for example, eating better means nothing. That can be anything, right? So maybe that's making sure that you get a cup of vegetables with every meal. Okay, that is something that is very tangible. You can check off on your checklist that you did that. Same thing for exercise. Do you want to exercise 3 times a week? When are you going to do that? When would you plug that in your calendar and check that off? And of course, you need to have the mindset to be able to follow through on those things. So when they come up in the calendar and you're faced with that time and effort to put in, you can actually follow through and do the thing instead of saying, I don't want to. Of course you don't want to. Nobody necessarily wants to, but sometimes self-care is about pushing your boundaries and doing things that you know you need to do, okay? And number 3 is the support system, okay? So the support to not only get that sound advice and know that you're coming from that place of well-versed and informed, and fostering that mindset and that self-discipline and that ownership of your goals is really only something that can come from outside of yourself if you're really struggling with that and you've struggled with that in the past, and most of us have. So think strength in numbers in this. Get yourself a workout buddy, get yourself a professional, so dietitian, personal trainer, working with your doctor, so make sure that you are supported in your effort. So you can have someone to bounce ideas off of and say, okay, I'm thinking about doing this. Does this sound like a good idea? Help me follow through, help me be accountable for that, so we can see how it works. And then, part of that too is assessing how things are going. So if you set a goal for yourself and you follow through on it pretty consistently for a month or 2, seeing how it's working for you, and instead of giving up if it's not, finding ways to adjust the plan and figure out what went wrong, where you can go from here. There's always more to do, and that is where the support of a professional really helps. So no doubt, I have my program, my 3-month online program built around these 3 pillars. So we need to make sure that we're using sound diet advice when we're trying to lose weight. Same thing with diet, exercise, sleep patterns, and all of these other lifestyle factors that play into this as well. We are working on mindset on a daily, weekly basis to make sure that you are following through and being very organized about it. And when things go wrong, I'm the shoulder to cry on. I'm the person to come to make sure that you are moving forward despite these obstacles. So those are the three things: sound advice, good mindset, and support to get that all done. So I'd like to hear how that's resonating with you. If you've got a New Year's resolution set for yourself, do you feel like it's meeting that criteria, and do you ultimately feel like you can follow through the way you have things set up now? And if you don't, then we can maybe talk about ways to solidify your plan so that it meets the criteria and you have much better success rate. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.